So, knowledge. Today, knowledge. Knowledge accelerates our growth on the earth. Knowledge helps us to expand. Knowledge helps us to evolve. Knowledge helps us to understand our environment better. And there's so many ways to gather knowledge. We need knowledge to grow as humans, evolve as species upon the earth. Welcome once again to the Lighthouse. I am your host, Rachel. What a wonderful topic we're going to be talking about today. Today we'll be talking about I do not know. It is a magic word, and you will learn it very soon. But knowledge, I want us to talk about knowledge first before we go into the word I do not know. Knowledge is what we should gather on this earth. Gather as much knowledge as you can, because your suitcase is in your consciousness. All that you're taking from here, not the houses, not the cars, not the clothes, not the foods, you will be taking your knowledge from all you've experienced on your journey here on earth. This helps your consciousness to expand. So the next time you come back to earth, if you choose to come back, your knowledge that you've carried with you will come back with you. This is why we say some children that are born, we say, oh, they're so wise. But they're just 6 months old. They're just toddlers. But they're wiser than their age. So what you gather is knowledge. Now, knowledge you can gather from schools. You get it from schools, universities, or you can read books, or you can study in so many ways for you to gather knowledge. But the thing with this knowledge is, the thing with the schools is they don't teach you the spiritual side of knowledge. You have to go to a special school for that. But as a human, how humans function, why they function as they function, how they react to certain things, and how they move around on this earth, you have to have knowledge. Like in the other video that I put up about the humans go towards pleasure and run away from pain. It took a lot of study to see that the humans, only these two things pull the human: pleasure or pain. They run towards pleasure, and run away from pain. This has been observed, and this is knowledge. The humans function this way, only by these two things: pleasure or pain. So knowledge, you need knowledge. Now I'm going to show you something practical, very simple experiment, but you will understand what I mean. So when you say, I do not know, because the higher you climb in your expansion of your knowledge and your consciousness, you always have to be humble and say, I don't know. Because I am teaching here and sharing things with you doesn't mean I know better than you. I still don't know. Because if I say, I know, this is the example. I know my cup is full. That means I cannot learn anything more. So when the universe wants to put more water, there is no place to put more knowledge in me, because now I say I know. And the stars, the galaxies, the world is so big. And I say I know. The universe cannot give me more because my cup is full. But when I say I don't know, the universe comes and it drops more knowledge inside of me. I know the universe cannot put more. I am filled up. If it puts, it start to flow over. I don't know. The universe comes with new knowledge all the time and fill it up. This little experiment, I want you to look at it closely, that if you are humble, the more knowledge you gather, you have to be humble with the knowledge. Even when you're sitting with people that don't know more than you still say, I don't know. Because you never know what you can learn from a toddler. You never know what you can learn from your children. You never know where the next teacher, the next teaching is going to come from. So when you're always in the place of humility and say, I don't know, you become the wisest person in the room, because the universe comes and pour more into your knowledge. Because if you sit and observe, you will see that you will learn something again, because every time it's as if the universe has just thrown lots of gold coins or gold knowledge everywhere. It's like a puzzle. You have to keep picking here and there. There is no specific place you can get all the knowledge. It's not possible. You cannot gather all the knowledge from one teacher. It's not possible. Every circumstance at your workplace, in traffic, you're doing your grocery shopping, or in church, wherever you are, you can pick. Just sit in silence and observe. I know some people that sit in the, they go to the train stations and they sit down, or they go to big cities and they just sit down, get a cup of coffee, and just study humans. They just look, they watch, they gather knowledge by watching. And then we have others that we call street smarts. They didn't go to school, but they learn how to get it down on the streets. So the one in the university and the one on the street, that one did the practical work and was wise doing the practical work. The one that went to university only read books and he thought he's wise, and he thinks it's more important than the one that didn't go, but he did the practical work on the streets. He learned mathematics. He learned how to exchange money. He learned how human behavior is applied on earth. But the one in school read books, but he thinks he's wiser than the one on the street. No, 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 no. If you change the places, you see that you've put the guy that went to university on the streets. He thinks he knows. He can never learn anything more on the street. Then you put the other guy from the street into the university. He thinks he knows, he's street smart, and he cannot learn the theory of what is being taught. So you always have to be in a place of humility. I don't know, telling the universe, I'm ready to learn. I'm always ready to learn. In humility, you get wiser and wiser, wiser and wiser. The more you grow, the more you don't know, the more you gather wisdom into your consciousness, building this beautiful house of your inner mind that you will take with you. Because you want to learn from the old, you want to learn from the young, you want to learn on the streets, you want to learn in wherever you are in school, you want to gather and really say, I don't know. You allow every other person sitting in front of you to be wiser than you. You give them space to speak. You give them space to express themselves, because you never know. You will learn something from what they're saying. But if you take over the room and say, I am wisest here and I am going to speak, you miss the chance of somebody sitting in the group that you thought was nothing. You could have picked a gold mine over there. You could have added something, their input in the discussion, that you would have said, I didn't know that. You didn't get the chance to learn that because you felt you knew so much. So you lost that knowledge you were going to get. So gather knowledge, evolve, expand, gather in humility, allowing others to shine, allowing others to express themselves. And you could just be there like, I don't know. Tell me. Teach me. Show me. I would love if you showed me. Really? But I thought you knew. No, but you can show me. It's okay. Always be in this place of humility and take more knowledge. You never know. It's better to be silent. They say the ones that are most silent in a meeting, in a group, they observe, they listen. They're the ones that are the wisest. Because they let every other person just pour out all they need to. But they take in, they're sucking in, they're taking in, and they're saving it in their consciousness. But if they ask you a question, okay, you answer. But you shouldn't be the first, the one to just open up and say, I am the best here, so I'm going to be the one to speak. Gather knowledge, but gather it in wisdom, gather it in humility, and do it with love. Always with love. And remember, I love you, I love you, I love you. Peace, peace, peace.